Somebody asked me recently if I had a New York Jets autographed helmet. I said I sure did, and that I would post it here tonight. So here you go. This is a Right L Pro Line throwback New York Jets helmet. What makes this kind of special is all the players who signed it are from the 1968 Championship Ball Club. Yeah, 1968. In fact, it was last year the Jets have won a championship. What's that, 46 some years ago? That's a long time ago, Jet fans. Um, they beat the heavily favored Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III, of course. That's a game that Joe Namath guaranteed he's going to win. In fact, the Colts were favored like 17 points or 18 points, which is still the most, I think, in Super Bowl history. But it's got all the greats on here. Joe, of course, Joe Namath, Joe Broadway Namath, his backup, Babe Pirelli, Dave Herman, Randy Rasmussen, John Schmidt, Winston Hill. Boy, just a lot of greats. Emerson Boozer, Matt Snell, Bill Mathis, Curly Johnson. There's Pete Lamons, Big Turner. When's the last time I heard the name Big Turner? Of course, Don Maynard, Hall of Famers on here. Don agreed to sign it. I mailed the helmet to him. But I didn't hear back in a while, so I sent him another letter. And he called me. Actually called me on the phone one Saturday morning out of the blue. He apologized for having it so long. That he would sign and get it off right away. And we talked about, you know, old AFL days. And Super Bowl III and Coach Eubank and all that stuff. And then the following Friday I got it. Then the next day, which is the Saturday, he called me again. Just want to make sure I got the helmet okay. I mean, how many players would do that today to a fan? Actually call you up, make sure you receive your helmet back. I mean, that's just a class act in itself. Always wanted to thank Don Maynard for that. In fact, he's one of my favorite players of all time, Don Maynard. And I wrote to George Sauer about 4 years ago. I got a reply back. It was like from a nurse, though. He said he was in a nursing home in Ohio, and he was in pretty bad shape health-wise. I found out he had Alzheimer's, I mean really bad. And George passed away 2013, or about a year ago, of congestive heart failure. He was still pretty young. Sad. George Sauer. And who else got this? Gerry Philbin. Great defensive end. He should be in the Hall of Fame, I think. He's kind of the big Ben Davison type of the East Coast back then, the AFL. Gerry Philbin. Numbers are great. I believe he was named All AFL Decade for the 1960s. Gerry Philbin. There's Carl McAdams is on there. Larry Grantham, Ralph Baker, Al Atkinson, Randy Beverly. Of course, there is Earl Christie, Paul Crane, John Dockery, Big John Elliott. I mean, just really nice old autographs on this thing. Jim Richards, Jeff Richardson, Mike Stromberg. A lot of great autographs on this thing. 68 Jets. A few I haven't got is Jim Turner. I've been trying to get Jim Turner. He's very elusive. I don't know why. I've written to him a couple times. Hasn't replied. He hasn't appeared very much on the autograph circuit either. Jim Turner, great kicker. Was traded to the Denver Broncos for Bobby Howfield in the early 70s. But Jim Turner. And Weeb Eubank. He passed away before I got this helmet started, actually. So did Vernon Biggs. And then I also wrote to Johnny Sample. And probably shortly after I got this helmet, but he never replied. He's passed away since then. But the saddest story I think I read about was Sam Walton. Sam Walton was a right tackle for the New York Jets. Started every game, all 14. That's when they had 14 game schedules, regular season. He was 6'5" and 270. I mean, big man for his time. But when it comes to the AFL Championship against the Oakland Raiders, Coach Eubank put Dave Herman in his place instead. Dave was a little smaller but quicker. I guess the coach thought that he could handle Ike Lassiter, the Raider defensive end, better than Sam Walton could. And same thing happened in Super Bowl III. He started Dave instead of Sam Walton up against Bubba Smith. And of course, you know, the Jets won that game, and Sam was kind of a forgotten man after that. He played one more season with the Jets. 1970, he was out of football, but he did come back in '71 with the Houston Oilers. But after that, his career was over, which was sad. But really sad was he ended up homeless, wandering the streets of Memphis, Tennessee. And he was found dead in a abandoned apartment in Memphis in May of 2002. He said he died of a heart attack at the age of 59. That's really sad, homeless. But it's a nice helmet. And what else I got here? I got some Mobile One throwback glasses. Always pick those up on eBay, I think. And New York Jets hat. And a game program, Bills Jets, 1968. Probably played at War Memorial Stadium in Buffalo. War Memorial Stadium. Back then, the Jets played at Shea Stadium. There's a record, LP they call back then, New York Jets 68 season. There's kind of a rehash. So there you go, New York Jets 68 ball club, not to be forgotten. And hopefully someday the New York Jets will get back to the Super Bowl. I'd like to see that. So take care, and now we'll post some more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.